So say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. My name is Sean McCurry, principal of Central Valley High School. On behalf of the Central Valley School District, Board of Education, administration, and teaching staff, I would like to welcome all of you parents, family members, friends, guests, and the class of 2022 to this evening's commencement exercise. Tonight is a monumental evening in the lives of these young men and women. This is their first step through the threshold of adulthood. Graduation represents accomplishment. It is a time to enjoy the fruits of past achievement, a time to set new goals, and more importantly, a time to renew commitments to ourselves and the values that make us the individuals we are. Graduation serves to remind us how our lives intertwine, how our successes reflect more than our efforts, and how much friendship means to us. All this is the ending of a chapter in the lives of our graduates. It is also the beginning. You've taken the necessary steps to graduate and have put yourself in position to achieve at even a higher level. We wish our graduates the best of luck as they move forward and thank them for their commitment to the values and standards of Central Valley High School. I'm sure the graduates appreciate all of you here this evening and your continued support. Their successes and achievements reflect your love and support. The sacrifices you have made have afforded them this opportunity tonight. On behalf of the Central Valley School District, we'd like to thank you for your assistance along the way as we have all had this common goal in mind. As we begin our program this evening, I would like to take a moment to recognize our distinguished guests with us tonight. Dr. Dan Matzo, please stand to be recognized. Dr. Michael Thomas was unable to be here tonight as he fell ill. The class of 2022 represents the first class to attend all 13 years of their education in the Central Valley School District. On July 1, 2009, the Central Valley School District was formed with a monumental voluntary merger between the Monaca and Center Area School Districts. This merger represents the only voluntary merger in state history. In the fall of 2006, these two gentlemen began talks concerning merging of the two districts. Your goals were always student-driven, looking for ways to improve opportunities for students both academically and extracurricularly. Your willingness to think outside the box and be pioneers in our state to improve the educational system has led us to where we are today. 13 years later, I can assure you that our students have achieved at the highest level in the classroom and within their activities. I could not be more proud to be part of this great district, and it was because of the vision and leadership of Dr. Thomas and Dr. Matsuk. And as we stand here tonight, please know your goals and accomplishments have been achieved, and our students are forever grateful. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the graduating class of 2022, Andrew Sudar, for his senior class address. Thank you.
Good evening, faculty, staff, family, and friends. To my 2022 classmates, this is the day we've all been waiting for, Commencement Day, the last page of the last high school chapter of our lives. We made it. To quote the great philosopher and street poet, Drake, we started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now the whole team's here. And I'm truly honored to be here with you, my classmates, one last time. As a class, we did indeed start from the bottom. And by the bottom, I mean kindergarten. In fact, we're the first class to have gone all the way from kindergarten through senior year. Not as Center, not as Monaco, but as Central Valley Warriors. That makes us the real CVOGs. And we would not have had it any other way. Speaking of kindergarten first, I'm sure we all remember climbing those seemingly giant steps of the bus our first day of school, or walking the ridiculously long hallways of Center Grange Primary. At that time, 2022 in our graduation wasn't even a thought. Nope. Back then, us guys were mainly focused on ripping Beyblades and trading Pokemon cards, while the girls were likely occupied with an American Girl doll or maybe a Barbie or two. Oh, and let's not forget the high-pressure, ultra-competitive reading game known as AR that our parents and teachers tried to convince us was somehow fun. Just when we got settled in at Center Grange, we were shipped off to Todd Lane, where fortunately, it was easy to spot your friends due to all the bright neon clothes we had on. To me, Todd Lane is synonymous with Math 24, Rainbow Loom, parking lot kickball, and of course field day, which signaled it was time for summer. Next, it was on to the middle school, in those awesome, awkward years, filled with first girlfriends or boyfriends, school dances, iPhones, fidget spinners, braces, glasses, growth spurts, and changing voices. It was the first time we had actual class schedules, changed clothes for gym class, and realized Beyblades and Pokemon cards weren't that cool after all. While many of us made the trek to Gettysburg and Washington, D.C., we were all required to read The Outsiders. Then, it was on to the high school, the big leagues, where we learned how to tackle academic challenges with the help of things like Quizly and Brainly, and where we managed to persevere through a pandemic by binging on TikTok and Netflix. Thank you, Tiger King. But the pandemic wasn't going to keep us down. Not this class. We went on to achieve many historic firsts. Here's just a few. Let's start with fall Friday evenings. Led by Bryce and Zach, our student section loudly professed our belief that we would win, as we inhaled what had to be near toxic levels of baby powder. And for 2 straight years, we did win, every single time, becoming the first class with 2 football state titles and 3 Whitfield titles. What a ride. For the first time in CV history, our boys tennis team made it to the state quarterfinals in Hershey. Way to go, fellas. Our girls gymnastics team won the first Whitfield title, with several individual titles. Nice job, ladies. In wrestling, for the first time ever, Central Valley had an athlete place the states. In track and field, records weren't just broken, they were shattered. And what would senior year have been without the insanely popular and widely successful grass match events? Congrats to the undisputed unified champion. Last but not least, I want to take a second to recognize our class valedictorian, Gwyneth Prince. She absolutely demolished the grading scale, recording the highest GPA ever in Central Valley history. Truly awesome. So yeah, looking back, I think it's safe to say the class of 2022 absolutely crushed it. I was told that as I close out this gig tonight, I should maybe offer some advice, or try to say something inspiring. So here it goes. As I stand here today, looking out over our class, I see futures filled with hopes, with dreams, and with big plans. Only you get to decide what you're going to do with the rest of your life. So take control of your future and pursue your passion. Be bold with no fear of failure, because failure is simply a teacher, not an undertaker. It's only a delay, not defeat. It's just a temporary detour, not a dead end. The only real failure is to stop trying. So go out and dare to be great in whatever you do. Well, class of 2022, 13 years of schooling has led up to this day. And while for us, tonight is the end of the beginning, the last page of our last high school chapter, I ask that you trust the next chapters in your life, because you get to be the authors. And next time our paths cross, I can't wait to hear all the amazing stories you will have written. Thank you and good night.
Good evening. My name is Mark Vakovkan, and let me begin by congratulating the class of 2022 on an outstanding year and on tonight's important achievement. In the history of Central Valley High School, the class of 2022 is academically the highest achieving group to ever graduate. The reason you come to school every day is to learn and grow both academically and socially. No one did it better than you, and for that, you should be commended. You are an extraordinary group of young ladies and gentlemen, and I loved watching you grow over the past 4 years. Just the other night at the senior banquet, I sat back and just watched, reflected on what a tight group you were, how much you enjoyed each other's company, but most importantly, how well you always treated one another. So many close friendships that will last a lifetime. I hope you don't ever lose that. As these soon-to-be graduates navigate through the future and begin to lay its foundation, we can only hope that their past experiences and relationships forged here at Central Valley High School will continue to guide them in their decisions as the leaders of tomorrow. As you all move forward in life, continue to strive for success, but remember to make it a point to live every day in the present, to celebrate your accomplishments along the way, no matter how big or how small, and to never take what lies in the future for granted. Go out and get it. So with that, I say congratulations once again, class of 2022. It is with great pleasure that I now introduce to you the Board of Education and Administration that are here participating in tonight's ceremony. Let me begin with the Central Valley Board of Education, starting with President Ms. Donna Belcastro. Vice President, Mr. David Ambrose. Board members, Mrs. Marcia DeCenzo, Mr. Thomas Moad, Mr. Joseph O'Neill, Mr. Dante Ross, and lastly, Mr. George Zaritsky. Next, our administration, starting with our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Nicholas Perry. High School Principal, Mr. Sean McCreary. High School Guidance Counselor, Mrs. Shannon Istick. High School Guidance Counselor, Mrs. Rachel Watts. Supervisor of Special Education, Mrs. Erin Park. Middle School Principal, Mr. Brian Dolph. Assistant Middle School Principal, Miss Casey Hicks. Elementary Principal, Miss Christina Farragotti. Elementary Principal, Mrs. Carla Kasanovich. And finally, our Director of Athletics and Transportation, Mr. Sam Sircone. On behalf of the Board of Education and our administration, I would like to thank our students, our parents, and our teachers, and let you know how proud the Central Valley School District is of your accomplishments. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce senior Emma Thompson, who will now perform the musical selection, Wherever I Go, by Miley Cyrus. Thank you.
Here we are now, everything's about to change. We face tomorrow as we say goodbye to yesterday. A chapter ending, but the story's only just begun. A page is turning for everyone. So I'm moving on, letting go. I'm holding on to tomorrow. Oh, I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. And we might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go. Wherever I go. So excited, I can barely even catch my breath. We have each other to lean on for the road ahead. This happy ending is the start of all our dreams. And I know your heart is with me. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. Oh, I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. And we might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go.
At this time, I would like to introduce the class of 2022 salutatorian. Graduating with a final percentage of 117.4%, I present to you Ryan Matthew Hardick. Ryan is the son of Dwayne and Dana Hardick. Mr. and Mrs. Hardick, please stand and be recognized. Ryan plans to attend Miami University of Ohio with a major in finance. Once again, our salutatorian, Ryan Hardick.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank family, friends, teachers, and administration for attending the Class of 22's graduation ceremony. You are the reason we have developed into educated, hardworking, and accomplished students, and your support enables us to continue on with the next chapter of our lives. I would also like to thank my mom for all the hard work she has put into my academic career and extracurricular activities. I would not be given the opportunity to have such a successful future without her. I would like to thank my dad for showing me how to have a positive outlook on things, whether it be in tennis, school, or life. I would also like to thank my sister for all the advice and support she has given me over these past few years. I encourage each and every one of you to thank your loved ones who've allowed you to come so far. On our first day of kindergarten, our parents rode with us on the school bus as we began one of the earliest chapters of our lives. We learned our ABCs, our 1, 2, 3s, and how to read, write, and spell. We made our first friends, and our only care in the world seemed to be finishing our coloring book. Then we entered middle school, where we discovered our worst fear to be true: no recess. Middle school was our awkward stage of life. We began to dress ourselves, unfortunately. Some classmates looked like they were still in second grade, like me, and some thought Andrew Sudar looked old enough to join the military. But finally, we entered high school. We came out of our shell, discovered our true friends, and began to understand the way the world worked. So much has changed, but we have never even realized it. And although we have all grown these past 12 years, nothing will compare to the next few years of our lives. As we begin to pursue our postgraduate plans, we will make new friends, find new passions, and create new memories. So how do we deal with this change? I would like to tell you about a quote I came across. "The world hates change, yet is the only thing that has brought progress." Think about that. Change is the one thing that has allowed society to continue advancing, yet we are still so fearful of it. I believe there are two paths you can take when trying to respond to change. The first is the escape path. It is a path where you try to avoid the change. You might skip your college classes, ignore learning a new trade skill, not apply to any internships, or avoid opportunities to make new friends. This response to change feels great in the moment, for you seem to stay in your bubble of comfort with no new responsibilities, but it won't take you long to regret it. And why is that, you might ask? What you might not realize is that while you are staying still, the entire world around you is changing, and it will not wait for you to catch up. So I implore all of my fellow graduates to take the second path, the path of control. This allows us to control our lives and our future. And although it may be uncomfortable at first, it is so much more worth it. Do not fall victim to the shifting world around us, but instead be optimistic, be proactive, and be accepting. Show up to those college classes, learn a new trade skill, go out and make new friends. Look for internships so you can earn that dream job. Because all your teachers, all of your family, and all of your friends want to see you succeed in life. And once you learn to change, you can shift from fighting the change to becoming part of it. You can create life-saving medicine for cancer patients, study ways to eliminate air pollution, or contribute to fighting world hunger. This class is filled with so many amazing, smart, and talented individuals with incredible accomplishments. Our seniors led the football team to win states for a second year in a row. We had the highest Keystone scores for our class in the entire county, and Jordan Karcheski ate 24 pizza sticks in one lunch period. So know that whatever your future plans in life may hold, I believe that each and every one of you has the attitude, persistence, and passion to succeed. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize those students of the class of 2022 who will be serving our country after leaving Central Valley High School. We would like to thank you for your future commitment to our country. Please stand when your name is called. Michael Benowski, United States Marines. Nicholas Marvanko, Air National Guard. Angelina Bibby, United States Air Force. Congratulations to our graduates with military plans, and best of luck as you serve and protect. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Mrs. Wendy Lewis, the Central Valley High School Band will now play a medley of theme songs from the 5 branches of the military service. We ask all those who have served, are currently serving, or plan to serve in the armed forces to stand to be recognized when your particular theme song is played. For your benefit, the themes will be played in the following order: the Caisson Song, United States Army; Anchors Away, United States Navy; U.S. Air Force Song; the Marines Hymn; Semper Paratus, U.S. Coast Guard. The song begins with a brief introduction that mixes all the themes. When each military branch theme is played, Mrs. Lewis will hold up a sign of which branch of the armed forces at that time. Thank you. this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the class of 2022 Valedictorian, Gwyneth Victoria Prince. Gwen is the daughter of Alexander McConkey and Jason Prince. Will you please stand to be recognized? Gwen will graduate number 1 in her class with a final grade percentage of 120.5%. Gwen will attend Georgetown University and study government. Please welcome the 2022 Valedictorian, Gwyneth Victoria Prince.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gwen. I'd like to thank you all for being here with us to celebrate today. I won't pretend to be a motivational speaker because I most definitely am not. I'm an 18-year-old girl who, more frequently than I'd like to admit, can be found stressing over what I'm going to wear, blasting Taylor Swift, and feeding into many other cliches that teenage girls are often associated with. However, I'd like to think that the work it took to get here today, standing before you all, has afforded me at least a little room to give, if not some words of advice, then some remarks my fellow classmates can take with them as we all move forward from here. With that being said, I'd like to talk about a phrase I'm specifically partial to. I like the term "in spite of." It is used to show that there was an effort put forth, a struggle to get to the finish line. The achievement was not given lightly, but rather hard fought and won over. This conflict is necessary in all victories, for a success is not deserved if it has not been first earned. We, the class of 2022, are graduating before you today in spite of the many challenges that have been presented to us the past 2 years alone. Navigating the ups and downs of a pandemic, along with the normal challenges of high school, has been no easy task. It has been isolating and frustrating and, for some, debilitating. In the best of cases, we have lost only precious time. In the worst, we have lost our health and our loved ones. We have sat alone in our bedrooms, taking classes online when we should have been taking them with friends in the safety of a shared classroom. To this pandemic, we have lost again and again. But because of that, in spite of that, this day and this accomplishment feels especially earned. However, to stand before you today and speak of the success and the cliches of being a teenage girl as if they are not mutually exclusive would be disingenuous of me. There will always be an obstacle in your path that you cannot control. Whether it be your gender, race, or merely your identity, the world will find a way to make you feel inferior. I am here today to tell you that, in spite of this, you can move forward. You can confront change head-on, as daunting as it may seem, especially as a new graduate. I'd also like to recognize that Central Valley has been widely praised for its athletics these past few years. And why shouldn't we be? We took home 2 consecutive state titles for football, and the boys' tennis team went to states for the first time in Central Valley history, which is an achievement unto itself. However, what I love most about CV is that we are wildly multifaceted. We are not merely athletes, but artists and scholars alike. The graduating class of 2022 is the highest academically achieving class in Central Valley history. Our school musical received 2 Mancini Award nominations this year, and our Envirothon team has been #1 in the county for many consecutive years. So, what I ask of you, the Central Valley community, made of parents, students, and teachers, is to recognize your peers for their pursuits and talents that may not seem mainstream in Beaver County. Push your daughter into starting that book club she's been talking about. Encourage your friend to try out for the school musical. Let your students harness their innate creativity in ways that may not seem ordinary. Do this so that in 10 years, when these scholars and artists and athletes have achieved their dreams, they can say they did so not in spite of, but rather because of. It is with this that I'd like to end by saying that, in spite of the pandemic and challenges both internal and external, I am speaking before you today. But it is because of my wonderful circle of support, my teachers, my friends, and my family, that I am also here today. To my fellow graduates, do not dwell on the in spite ofs that life will throw at you, but look to your because ofs. Your tenacity, creativity, and most of all, your individuality is something that no one can take from you. And it is because of this that I know we will all do great things from here. Thank you.
At this time, please welcome, under the direction of Miss Liz Damp, the Central Valley High School Chorus, who will perform Whatever Time We Have, arrangement by Mac Huff.
I would now like to take the opportunity to recognize our distinguished graduates of the class of 2022. These students excelled in the classroom and are leaders by example for all students. I want to begin with our highest honor students. Please stand and be recognized when your name is called. These students are graduating with an average of 93% or above over the 4 years in high school and are distinguished by their gold sash. Casey Elizabeth Arnold. Jared Ryan Beluski. Peyton Jordan Bauer. Isabel Mila Beatty. Madison Jean Bendekovic. Aiden Curtis Bender. Jack William Bible. Grace Isabella Brobeck. Maggie Louise Brown. Maxwell Wesley Carney. Lily Marie Cassida. Christos Theonisis Colonius. Landon Bernie Conley Jr. Marissa Victoria Crea. Seth Daniel Deppenhart. Kaylee Ann Delata. Paige Olivia Drake. Paige Elizabeth Elmer. Sean Holland Fitzsimmons. Dominic Michael Galatis. Emma Marie Gallagher. Luke Raymond Gano. Alyssa K. Gillen. Abigail Glumack. Ryan Matthew Hardick. Kylie Nicole Hyde. Jordan Catherine Herman. Tanner Reed Honig. Aiden Scott Hogue. Lauren Grace Johnson. Brandon Elliott Jukes. Joseph John Caritas. Jordan Thomas Karcheski. Sophia Marie Kennelly. Ryan Jackson Kerr. Christian Michael Kaczynski. Adelina Caroline Lyons. Rebecca Karen Lyons in absentia. Logan Joseph Majors. Paul Keith McElhaney. Sage Marie McCaddy. Morgan Lynn Mahalik. Nadia Tatum Moad. Kendall Therese Muma. Alyssa Lynn Nickel. Samantha Jean Nicholson. Nathan Michael Knoll. Gwyneth Victoria Prince. Nicholas Taylor Reardon. John William Reese. Kate Elizabeth Robertson. Hannah Suzanne Rose in absentia. Ray Alfonso Sakita. Christina Marie Seville. Ronan Troy Scott. Abigail Marie Sear. Andrew John Sudar. Courtney Lynn Sullivan. Hannah Ray Super. Olivia Lowry Testa. Hannah Marie Thompson. Abrielle Mariko Underwood. Connor Bruce Wilson. And Andrew Thomas Yankello. I would also like to recognize our high honor students. These students have graduated with an average of 87 to 92.99%, and they are noted in the program. We would like to congratulate our high honor students for your fine efforts. Please stand as a group to be recognized. Thank you. And lastly, our honor students. These students have finished with an average over 4 years of 83 to 86.99%, and they are also identified in the program. Please stand to be recognized at this time. Congratulations to our honor students in the class of 2022. These students that were just honored represent 64% of the graduating class. Central Valley High School is extremely proud to say that 113 of the 177 graduates in the class of 2022 have graduated with honors. Next, President of the Central Valley School Board of Education, Ms. Donna Bell Castro.
Good evening, administration, faculty, family, friends, and graduates. This evening we celebrate you, our first group of graduates that were in kindergarten at the start of the merger. On behalf of the Board of Education, we would like to extend our profound congratulations to all of you. No one knows what lies ahead for you. The only thing for certain is whatever it is you're going to face, you should rely on your background and the people in your lives that were always there to support you. Will you fail and be disappointed? Yes, most likely more than once. Do you give up and quit? Never, especially if it's something you value above all things. With perseverance and patience, all goals are attainable. At times, you most likely will say, life isn't fair. I bet everyone sitting here has uttered those words more than once. And guess what? Life isn't fair. You will be dissatisfied at times with a particular outcome or a decision that you made. Do not let these moments define who you are. Stay the course and always try to find the positives. I would like to end with a quote from George Washington Carver. This applies not only to the graduates, but to all of us. How far you go in life depends on you being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all of these. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Before diplomas, at this time, we'd like to acknowledge several groups of people here celebrating with us this evening in our graduates. I'd like to recognize our faculty and staff members attending tonight. Commencement is a celebration for them as well, as it marks the culmination of a joint venture between the faculty and students. I'd like to thank our staff for a job well done. The Central Valley School District is truly blessed with a wonderful and caring faculty and staff. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the support staff at Central Valley for their assistance setting up commencement, preparing the grounds, and their continued hard work to prepare our schools for our students on a daily basis. A special thank you to all the parents, grandparents, guardians of these graduating students. You are to be commended for the job you have done raising and preparing these fine young men and women. Congratulations to you. I would also like to thank and recognize the many parents involved in Project Graduation. Students, the parents have worked very hard planning a very special evening for you tonight. Your efforts, parents, are much appreciated, and I'm sure the students will have a great time. Thank you. Lastly, I would like to thank the students in the class of 2022 as a whole. Your accomplishments have been outstanding. Very soon you will take different paths in your lives. But no matter where you go, what you do, we encourage you to take a little bit of the years here at Central Valley with you. When pondering what message to send to this class, I began to ask myself, what have our students learned? Well, it's obvious we've learned the basics of math, science, English, and social studies as you're graduating here tonight. I'm sure you've been educated in many skills, the arts, language, etc. But what else have you learned? What else have these last 4 years taught you? I can only hope and pray you've learned the value of hard work, and anything worth striving for takes this hard work. I hope you've learned how to persevere, because life will be ever-changing. You have ups and downs, highs and lows, and you have no choice but to deal with each one along the way. I hope you've begun to realize your potential and where you can go from here. The options are limited. I'm sure you realized over 4 years that change is inevitable, and you have to adjust along the way, whether as a student, an employee, a husband, a wife, a mother or father. Your ability to adapt and excel will change and shape the contour of your life. Class of 2022, continue to aim high. It's much better to aim high and miss rather than aim low and hit. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and motivate you. Strive to be the best. Good enough is not good enough when better is possible. And better is not good enough if excellence is achievable. Seniors, take your experiences, your education, your ups and downs, turn them into new goals and dreams. May you be a great success in all you do. My sincere thank you to the class of 2022. May you be blessed with all the great gifts and joys life has to offer. Congratulations. Now the moment we've been waiting for. Dr. Perry, as principal of Central Valley High School, I hereby certify that all students before you have successfully completed the graduation requirements and are prepared for graduation. I proudly present to you the 22 graduating class of Central Valley High School. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. What a beautiful evening we have here this evening. I would like to thank Mr. McCreary, Mr. Vukovican, and their staff for putting on such a wonderful ceremony. And a huge thank you has to go out to all of our people here who work for the Central Valley School community, for the efforts that they put in to make this happen. It is a labor of love for our staff, and I truly appreciate their efforts to make this happen this evening. So before I formally accept the class of 2022, I would like to share a few words. A big thank you. On behalf of our custodial, maintenance, and ground staff, I'd like to thank our graduating seniors for all of the toilet paper that we had the wonderful opportunity to clean up today, so thank you. I am truly blessed and honored to stand before you, the first graduating class to matriculate through our educational system from the day you entered Center Grange Primary School as kindergarten students. I've been employed by the Central Valley School District and its predecessor districts since 2006. I was the assistant superintendent when we merged to become Central Valley, and I stand in front of you as your superintendent since 2013. I bring this up because I was here when you first started your formal schooling, and I have had the honor to watch you grow from children into adolescence, and from adolescence into the young adults that sit before us this evening. And we are all very proud of you and the way that you carry yourselves as a class. Unfortunately, Dr. Thomas could not be here this evening, but I would like to thank Dr. Matsuk for returning to campus this evening to join us for this special occasion. Dr. Matsuk and Dr. Thomas, although you're not here, you and the board members from Center and Monaca are to be commended for your vision, your leadership in forming the Central Valley School District. Our academic and our co-curricular successes are rooted in the foundation that was laid during the merger planning process. And on behalf of the entire school community, I want to thank you. To our graduates, I truly hope that wherever your path takes you, that you too will become leaders. It's my sincere hope that you will look back on your years here at Central Valley as having prepared you to meet and conquer the challenges that life will present you. And I promise you, life will present you challenges. I would like to present a challenge to each of you tonight. After you leave the ceremony and after all the graduation parties have ended, I would like to ask the following from you. Two simple things. Number one, have a passion for something, whatever that is. Have a passion. Secondly, leave room for kindness in your heart. I'm going to say that again. Leave room for kindness in your heart. As you transition to the next phase of your life, in the journey you choose your own path, find your life's passion, be true to yourself and to your dreams, be passionate about something, and challenge yourself to pursue your life's passion. If you're passionate about your life's work, you'll never work a day in your life. Our country is in desperate need of kindness. My mother always told me as a young boy to treat others as you wanted to be treated. I'm sure that you've heard that message before. My mother's 82 years old, and that message still holds true today. I spoke of leadership earlier. We need your leadership to change the culture of our country. Find compassion in your heart and be kind to your fellow human beings. As I come to the end of my message, I want to wish each of you very much success and happiness as you leave the halls of Central Valley. And remember, you will always be warriors to us. Mr. McCreary, it's now time for acceptance of the class. And as the superintendent of the Central Valley School District, the commissioned office in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and on behalf of the Central Valley Board of Education, I proudly accept the 12th graduating class of Central Valley High School, the class of 2022.
Before we distribute diplomas, parents, we have an area that's corralled off here. Should you want to come down and take a photo of your child receiving the diploma, and we will distribute diplomas alphabetically. I am. Give him a minute. Dear parents, we ask you come down when your child's closer to receiving their diploma. To begin, landed Todd Alexander. Cody Keith Anderson. Casey Elizabeth Arnold. Sean Patrick Astiani. Christian Gregory Bailey. Jared Ryan Beluski. Michael Andrew Benevosky. Peyton Jordan Bauer. Isabel Mila Beatty. Brianna Nicole Begley. Madison Jean Bendekovic. Aiden Curtis Bender. Liberty Lynn Patricia Bentz. Angelina Marie Bibby. Jack William Bible. Sit. Ambrose Bonney III. Abigail Lynn Borello. Grace Isabella Brobeck. Maggie Louise Brown. Noah Daniel Brucker. Christopher Noble Bullock. Ashley Nicole Bundy. Zachary Ridge Bundy. Maxwell Wesley Carney. Zachary Ryan Carr. Lily Marie Cassida. Isabella Avery Chucho. Anthony Joseph Championi. In absentia, Madeline K. Colley Torres. Jaden Tyler Collins. Christos Dionysius Colonius.
Landon Bernie Conley Jr. Emily Ann Conti. Elijah Lewis Cottage. Lance William Crawley. Marissa Victoria Crea. Cara Lynn Delisandris. Nicodemus Michael Davis. Seth Daniel Deppenhart. Kaylee Ann Delata. Neil Edward D'Amico. Christian David Dorsett. Paige Olivia Drake. Shyler John Drum in absentia. Nicholas Patrick Dugan. And Kaya Amor Ellerby. Mason Allen Elmer. Paige Elizabeth Elmer. Timothy Paul Ehringer in absentia. Elena Nicole Evanachko. Jasmine Grace Everhart. Seth Holland Fitzsimmons. Tyler Sebastian Frank. Jocelyn Marie Furlow. Mitchell Wayne Gagne. Dominic Michael Galatis. Emma Marie Gallagher. Luke Raymond Gano. Willow Rain Gessner. Zachary Wayne Giesler. Alyssa K. Gillen. And Leilani Cadence Glow Sierra.
Abigail Glumack. Olivia Renee Grossi. Jackson Gregory Guido. Logan Andrew Haley. Dylan Scott Haller. Ryan Matthew Hardick. Riley Corinne Harper. Brianna Renee Hedgeland. Kylie Nicole Hyde. Jordan Catherine Herman. In absentia, Ethan Walker Herstein. Rihanna Lease Hissam. Tanner Reed Honing. Aiden Scott Hogue. Bryce Carl Hume. Katerina Stefania Izaguare. Shane Philip Jarvie. Lauren Grace Johnson. Matthew Sheldon Johnson. Donovan Lee Jones. Brandon Elliott Jukes. Xavier Matthew Kane. Joseph John Caritas. Jordan Thomas Karcheski. Macy Elizabeth Kelly. Sophia Marie Kennelly. Ryan Jackson Kerr. Emma Rose Kimball. Mason Lucas Clemencic. Dominic Vincent Koch. Charika Rose Koplitz. Christian Michael Kaczynski.
Maxwell Joseph Kanaki. Alexander John Kuzma. Aiden David Linder. Xavier Michael Lindsay. Adelina Caroline Lyons. Rebecca Karen Lyons in absentia. Dylan James Lytle. Logan Joseph Majors. Brian Robert Maldonado. Ashton Daniel Maley. Liam Donald Maley. Sean Michael Marcusic. Joshua Kyle Martin. Nicholas Joseph Marvenko. Paul Keith McElhaney. And Sage Marie McCaddy. Connor James McKeel. Matthew Enoch Merritt. Ryan Michael Messmer. Morgan Lynn Mahalik. Nicholas Robert Miller. Sean Austin Moldavin. Gia Evelina Montini. Stephanie Elizabeth Montini. Aiden Michael Morrison. Nadia Tatum Moad. Sam Allen Moyer. Kendall Therese Muma. Aiden Michael Musgrave. William Wyatt Myers. Tristan Ray Neville in absentia. And Alyssa Lynn Nickel.
Samantha Jean Nicholson. Nathan Michael Knoll. Delaney Shea O'Brien. Christopher Jason Palmer. Renea Shantae Penny. Melena Carmen Perry. Alyssa Grace Petz. Justice Alexander Pisano. In absentia, Gavin Michael Pretty. Gwyneth Victoria Prince. Nicholas Taylor Reardon. Simon Douglas Redmond. Joshua Michael Reed. John William Reese. Kaylee Jean Refus. Kate Elizabeth Robertson. In absentia, Hannah Suzanne Rose. James Thomas Rao. In absentia, Mariah Suzanne Sample. Brandy Lynn Sensata. Ray Alfonso Sequeda. Christina Marie Seville. Antonio Jeffrey Scalamunga. Kyle Benjamin Shad. Alexa Ann Schomburg. Luke Robert Schomburg. Megan Lynn Schwam. Francesca Marie Sharena. Ronan Troy Scott. Abigail Marie Sear. Cheyenne Autumn Siegfried. Sierra Nasia Slappy. Alexis Nicole Schmego. Rowan Elizabeth Snyder. Grace Catherine St. Esprit. Andrew John Sudar. Courtney Lynn Sullivan. Hannah Ray Super. Olivia Lowry Testa. Emma Marie Thompson. Gabriella Morico Underwood. Anthony Michael Valella. Justin William Vo. Aaliyah Shannon Walker. Bryce Eric Whitlatch. Bryce Gavin Wilson. Connor Bruce Wilson. Elijah Exenti Weiberg. Andrew Thomas Yankello. Mason Lewis Young. Riley Marie Zillian. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the graduating class of Central Valley High School 2022. Now I ask our senior class president, Andrew Sudar, to come forward to lead the class in the tassel ceremony. The tassel's change will formally signify that you are now graduates of Central Valley High School. Andrew? I would ask that everyone please remain standing for the playing and singing of the alma mater. Thank you.